And I'm back playing Free Orion. I am Manawiltos, and you, that's right, you're watching me right now. And that is pretty weird, to say the least, but right now things are going fine. I have built up infrastructure on all these planets. We're not having any problems with foreign invasions. Everything seems to be going rather swell. Let's see. Actually, I'll just keep you here in case something comes through. It's good to have something there. By the way, how big are their fleets? They're not too large. That is very strong defensively, though, so it might be worth taking down eventually, but they don't have any shields, so it's not too big of a problem. None of these guys have invested in shield technology, which is quite surprising. By this time you can see at least, okay, there's the Syndicate has shields. That's something to be worried about. And the Enclave has shields, but the County does not have shields. So actually I think I'm at a technological advantage over the County, since they don't use shields and I do, which is very good. Okay, so my research hasn't actually gone down much since I changed the focus to growth. Sadal Sud, Medium Inferno. But I don't want to settle that place quite yet because I do not know what's over here, which I will find out soon. Right? We have our little fleet over here, ready to go into Klystron or Klystron, depending on how you would like to pronounce. And then when we take it over for the human race, we will, well, not necessarily the human race anymore. I mean, there's a little bit of diversity, but when we take it over, stuff will be good for us. Not really, because there's no real value to that area for us because we can't inhabit those planets, but eventually we will be able to. So I think it's rather worthwhile. So I think something that this game perhaps could be improved in is that if you make a new ship design using the same hull, perhaps a feature could be to retrofit a ship to conform to new standards, which would mean that these Rex classes could then upgrade to a much more powerful Hydra class, which would be lovely, absolutely lovely, but that is not happening, not today anyway. Let's take a look, 2 more turns until that's out, and when that comes out we will go to Klystron and we will wreck them so hard their heads will spin. Okay. Let's go for Hydra class. Upgraded weapons. Actually, how good are these weapons? Strength 9. Oh, that's going to be very powerful. Boom, 18 attack. That's amazing. And we will call this the... What should we call this? We'll call this the Titan class, because it is so much more powerful than our previous designs. I like to go 50-50 on armor and weapons. Some people like to go more heavily on weapons. Going more heavily on armor is usually not recommended, but I can see why someone might want to do that. Anyway, let's confirm that design, and let's make one. I don't really need to bolster the second fleet. Let's just put more on our primary fleet. Some Titans out there. Lovely. Okay. They are holding. Okay. I was correct in my suspicions. The county does extend to this area of space, which means that I will not be expanding to Sadal Sud. However, I might expand to whatever comes up here. But let's send you up there. Let's see. That'll give us intel on these free locations, which is something that's rather important to me. And in one turn, our second fleet will be able to move. Our battle fleet B. B for battle, B for MLG. No, B doesn't stand for MLG, but close enough. There, you've got the Raphael and Schwarzschild. That's going to do some heavy damage. You guys. You. Yes, you. You are going to move over here. You don't have to move anywhere quite yet. I have no reason to explore beyond Deadwood. It's not really worthwhile to me. Oh, there's a storm here, some sort of space storm. Our shields are down due to a molecular cloud, which will put us at a slight disadvantage, but none too heavy. Okay, so everything is set. There's nothing I really want to move at this point. Lilac Beta doesn't have any planets. Okay. There we are. What is their range of vision? Theirs is probably around this size. The size of the circle, the gray circle here around Lilac Beta. Which means they will probably not spot my planets. But it would be problematic if they were to come down here and see my planets, because that would mean that I would have to reinforce the frontier, which I am not too keen on at this point in time. Anyway, Klystron cleared. Let's move in. Atutuahi has a desert planet. We can inhabit that. I am going for it. Let's go for it fast. I could go and build a colony ship, but that would take a while. So let's build an outpost, and that will colonize it relatively quickly. And now, since that is in a direct line from Ohisama, we can perhaps also use our military here to move there. Okay. This should be good for us. Okay. Next turn, let's see what they have. A new star. Okay, that's good. I've already read that. Okay. Ecstasy has been produced. Where has it been produced? It has been produced here. We will now move to occupy that area. Iskander. Reminds me of space battleship Yamato. Not exactly the same though. Let's put some colonies down, and once we have colonized this area, we can perhaps take out these guys and take this region of space. But to do that, we will need more outposts. outpost ships as well as an invasion force, ground force. Okay. We will be acquiring 2 planets this turn. There, acquired. Clystron 1, Clystron 2. Is there something useful we can build here? Well, let's build a... I'm not going to build a colony there. I will probably colonize this first, so let's... Actually, is there a suitability for this? Okay. Most likely human. So I will build here, and I will just build a scanning facility. And that will give me a bit more sight. Not that I really need it, but can't help to have... Well, can't harm to have backups. Not can't help. It certainly can help. Might be a good idea to move this to Sadal Sud in order to get some vision on whether there are any incoming ships from that direction. Okay. Atutwahi will be occupied soon. We have produced our outpost for the mission. And let's see, is there any damage? There is indeed damage, so let us move you back to Ohisama to repair. This is actually pretty weak, and it defends 3 planets. Medium ocean to gas giants. In fact, I would very much like to take that. So, I think I've got my work cut out for me. I will be going after Siban Alpha as well as Fehu Alpha and perhaps Sadal Sud. I will also need to explore this area to see where the positions are for their planets. Because currently I have no information as to the location of their homeworld. It is possible that they might not actually have any areas colonized here and that they might come from here. But the exact opposite could also be possible, that their origin is up here and that they just have a few colonies here. So who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't, but I do hope to find out. Okay. Anyway, if we are going to take that area, I believe it would be best... Is there something here? No, there's nothing here. It would be best for me to produce 3 outpost ships. Let's just queue them up. And once those are done, we will then invade Siban Alpha, since there is no exit from there, as far as I know. If there is, then I'm in pretty big trouble, but there doesn't seem to be. On the other hand, the county has begun to fortify this area. Cannot move there in one turn, which means that if I move there, they might just move here, which is not something I want to happen. 18, 28, no, I do not want that to happen. Okay. We are approaching Atutwahi with our outpost ship. It will arrive there soon. I will not put you there. I will in fact move you to Atutwahi for protection. Let's reinforce the fleet. 79 strong. Pretty powerful. Packs a big punch. Sado Sud is being occupied by our scout. We can send you back down to Klystron. Klystron, who cares? Okay. Hisa Alpha is being attacked, and it seems that the Enclave is, in fact, moving into territory of the county. So I will use this opportunity to advance a scout to see if it is worthwhile to perhaps advance into that area of space. Tutwahi is colonized. Let us produce a human colony as well as a scanning facility. And I have no reason to put anything up there for now, but I do wish to take Fehu Alpha, seeing as they have a significant... Well, actually, what are these guys good for? The Slith. Flat, aquatic, pliable creatures prefer tundra planets. Okay, telepathy, I actually want that. That's good for me. Bad industry, which means they will be doing lots of research. Can produce ships, can colonize planets, but I am not really interested in doing that with them. So they can remain where they are. I'll just take that planet and leave them where they are. In the meantime, let us also produce 2 outpost ships for the other planets in the system, as well as 2 troop ships to take the planet itself. Yes, that should be good. And fleet has fully coalesced. 97 strong, which is actually very powerful compared to the other guys. However, our shields, that's average. A lot of the older ships don't even have shields, so it's fine to be at that level. We can just lose the older ones as the war goes on. Anyway, let's see. We've got 2 guys up here. We'll send you up there, and then you can reinforce later. Let's see what we have coming down the pipeline. Psionics. Research cost is greatly reduced for empires that include a telepathic species. That is why we are going after a telepathic species. We do not have any yet, but I certainly do wish to take one. Okay. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep it coming. And scanning facility is complete at Klystron. Nothing special, but at least we have a backup in case something here fails for whatever reason. This might not be powerful enough to take this rapidly. We might need an additional 1 or 2 Titan classes, perhaps, to go after that. But anyway, let's move on to the next turn. Oh, what is that I see? That is an invasion force, which means I cannot leave this area undefended. Perhaps I should take all the unshielded ships and attack with them. That might be an idea. Well, they're not actually too powerful, so it might actually be a bad idea. But bad ideas, good ideas, what are they good for? Well, they're good for making up your mind. Okay, everything's going fine here. And on that note, I will see you all next time.